So I'm out here with Adventure Kitty. We're doing our morning meeting walk. I watched a video this morning and it was talking about small changes, and just reminded me of the fact that one of the things that stops us from going for our goals or trying to go all in on our dreams is that the task seems monumental. It seems huge. It seems like, wow, how can I ever, given where I'm at right now, how can I get to that place in the distance? So the gap seems massive, and it's a lot of work. At least that's what your brain is saying. Come on, that's a lot of work, man. Your little monkey brain is like, that's a lot of work, dude. And so we tend to then procrastinate, or we tend to put off going for the goal because we don't have all the resources, everything. The universe isn't lined up exactly how we would like it before we begin. And so we end up that we make a start, seems too big, and we go back to our old ways. And so it's hard to get out of that comfort zone, the inertia. I remember reading a story about it was down in the South America, off the coast, and ships used to get caught in a whirlpool type motion, so they couldn't break the force of this whirlpool, so the ship just kind of goes round and round. And the same thing happens when we are looking to make a big life change, is that the momentum that we need to break out of the comfort zone is huge. It's because you start and then you just feel the pull. You feel the pull of the ordinary world pulling you back in and say, oh dude, come on, this is too much effort, and is this effort worth it? Are we going to succeed? Because I think that narrative comes up as well when you bump up against the pain, the toughness. When you bump up against something that's hard in your attainment of this goal, this dream, then you think, oh, if I put in all this effort, am I actually going to be successful? Will this thing work itself out? And so with that kind of uncertainty, with the kind of effort that we need to break the comfort zone, to break out of the comfort zone, we tend to end up staying right where we are. And so the idea behind this video was to utilize our own psychology. So they use the analogy of the planner and the toddler, and then the you aspect. And so your planner looks at routines. So what are the things that I need to do, what's the schedule looks like, and kind of plans out what needs to happen on a sort of daily basis, a weekly basis. Whereas your toddler is more in the immediate, and it wants the gratification, instant gratification. It wants the things that feel good, and it's more used to just acting out of habit. So, you go into Starbucks to buy a cup of coffee, and you normally have a biscuit because they have them right next to the counter, and it just becomes a habit. Coffee, biscuit, and you no longer think about it. So the suggestion here is to use that same mechanism to develop a habit, good habit, that then results in a routine, and in that routine you can execute. So if you start with the small and do small things that have a intrinsic reward in them, in that smallness that gets your toddler happy to continue doing it. I'm gonna stop here because I gotta cross this big road, and I'll carry on when we get to the next field. Okay, so yeah, the toddler, you want to get it so that the toddler is satisfied because it's doing something that's easy. Because as soon as your inner toddler detects any hint that it's going to be hard, then doesn't want to play, resist. So make it easy, make it small, have an intrinsic reward as a part of building this new habit so that you create this good habit now. Then that habit, because a habit, you don't have to think about it, do you? You know, when you get dressed in the morning, you're putting on some trousers, I can almost guarantee you that most of us put the same leg in first without even thinking about it. You probably wear your watch on the same wrist. So habits are like that, where you just don't even think about them. They're no longer in your mind. The only reason you'll notice it is if something breaks the routine. So you want to get the habits, build up the good habits, the habits turn into a routine, and then therefore you can execute these routines that take you to where you want to be, that help to close the gap between where you are and whatever your outcome or objective or goal or dream is. These routines help you to close that gap. But you need to build the good habits that turn into routines that propel you forward. So if we wanted to start a more active lifestyle, and you want to start getting in some exercise in, make it easy. And I always tell people this: if you don't like the gym, don't go to the gym and lift weights. If you don't like running, don't do the running business. Find a physical activity that you like, that you find enjoyable, and then do it. If you did want to, start getting out like I'm doing here, and you want to eventually build up to a run, start out by just walking. Just take a chilled walk in a nice little, countryside, and then, start that habit. And then the next step might be, I'm gonna jog to a particular point and then walk the rest of the way. Just make these things small and incremental, and then the habit then turns into a routine. So yeah, think about, and this is a challenge, think about the habits that you do have, and are they supporting you in achieving what it is that you want to achieve? So good habit, bad habit. If it's not a habit that's helping you, it's actually hindering you, then work on changing the bad habit into a good habit. But start small. If you just say, hey, I'm going cold turkey today, I ain't never doing that again. That'll last a few days, maybe a week, and you'll be right back at it. And then you think, see, I can't change, it's just me. Make it small, make it easy, make it intrinsically rewarding in and of itself, just to do that small step. And don't take your mind off of the fact that you're not exactly where you are. I love that quote, the Henry Ford quote: the obstacles are the things you see when you take your eyes off of the goal. So keep your mind in the process. Just focus on doing the little thing and have that build up over time. All right, onward.